Okay, so a penny for Jose Mourinho's thoughts right now. I wonder what he must be thinking sitting at home, watching this game and seeing Manchester City claiming their fourth in a row in the Carabao Cup, their fourth Carabao Cup in a row. Spurs, under Ryan Mason, have indeed lost the Carabao Cup final. 13 years and counting now without a trophy for Tottenham Hotspur there, of course, haunting. A trophy drought does, in fact, continue for yet another season at least. And yeah, Aymeric Laporte's goal, separating the two sides at Wembley, in front of 8,000 fans as well, which I'm not going to lie made the game 10 times more interesting than it probably would have been if there was no fans there. The fans were really, really good, both from City and Spurs overall. But yeah, nevertheless, City have, of course, as I said, claimed the Carabao Cup once again for the fourth year in a row. Pep Guardiola really built a fantastic team there, I'm not going to lie. They are the kings of this tournament, like Unai Emery back in the day, before, Chelsea went and win 4-1 against Arsenal in Baku, when Unai Emery was the master at winning the Europa League. Pep Guardiola is the master at winning the League Cup, and yes, it's not the most prestigious tournament by any stretch of imagination, because it is referred to as something of a Mickey Mouse trophy, but nevertheless, you still have to beat what's in front of you, and yeah, City have absolutely dominated this trophy in recent years. They're going to go on to win the Premier League, and could they go on to win a famous treble in the Champions League? Who knows, but nevertheless, a really good performance from City, I'm not going to lie. I think that overall, they probably deserve this win. I don't think there's any real complaints in terms of the overall result from Spurs fans. I know there was a lot of controversy involving the referee, but overall, I think that Spurs, for most of the game, were pretty poor. In the first half, they were absolutely disgraceful. I'm actually shocked and bewildered that the Spurs fans didn't boo them off at half-time. They were absolutely horrendous in the first half. Couldn't string 5 passes together. There was no creation, no invention, no attacking intent. And if you look at the average positions for most of the games in terms of both 11s, all 22 players on the pitch were just camped inside Spurs' area, and just camped inside Spurs' half, I should say. But nevertheless, yeah, I don't think there's any complaints whatsoever. City really dominated the game from start to finish. Spurs got a little bit into it in the second half. They started trying to pass it around. They were doing okay in terms of getting forward, but overall, Harry Kane and Heung-min Son, the two main dangers in this Spurs team, got nowhere near, as much involved in the game as they probably should have. And yeah, what difference would that have made if Jose Mourinho was there? Because some would argue, and I'd be in that bracket as well, the football that Ryan Mason played today as manager was nowhere, near different to what Jose Mourinho would have played, in terms of the fact that Spurs kind of counted at the back and just tried to counter-attack City as much as they possibly could and soak up the pressure and hit them on the break. And in the end, it didn't work because, yeah, I think that Mourinho would have been a lot more effective in this final than Ryan Mason. But nevertheless, that is something for Spurs and Daniel Levy to ponder overall, if Mourinho could have actually done it and actually won Spurs their first trophy in 13 years, of course. And as a Chelsea fan, I'm very happy with that, because obviously we don't want to see Spurs, naturally, we don't want to see Spurs succeeding. But I do feel a little bit sorry for these Spurs fans, because yeah, it was really, really upsetting from their point of view, I'd say, because Spurs today were just absolutely pathetic, I think, for most of the game especially. But yeah, overall, really good to see the 8,000 fans. I'm just watching it here, the City celebrations, and yeah, really good to see the 8,000 fans back. And I've just realised as well, throughout the game as well, there's going to be like 22,000 fans or something like that at the Chelsea final against Leicester in the FA Cup in a few weeks' time, which is going to be something special as a spectacle. It made the game, as I said, 10 times more entertaining to watch from a neutral perspective, watching through the TV. And yeah, really, really good overall to see the 8,000 fans back, and hopefully that can be the springing step now into getting fans back gradually into stadiums all across England, and hopefully we can, hold on to full capacities for next season, which would just be absolutely unbelievable. So yeah, fair play to all the fans that went today and made their noise and made their voices heard, and overall, did really, really well in making the game a lot more entertaining than it actually would have been if there wasn't fans, as I kept saying. But in terms of the standout performers, I think for City, I thought that, Riyad Mahrez was really, really good down that right hand side. He had Sergio Reguilon on absolute strings for the whole game. I thought Reguilon was absolutely terrible. I mean, I really did think he was. I thought he was shaky, he looked indecisive, nervous, and yeah, Mahrez had him on absolute toast. I thought Riyad Mahrez absolutely tied with him on his left foot for most of the game. Kevin De Bruyne I thought was decent at spells. I thought Phil Foden once again was really good driving forward. In terms of Spurs' standout performance, as I said, Reguilon I thought was absolutely terrible. I think most of the players in general for Spurs were actually really, really poor. I think Lucas Moura was one that was trying. He was trying to drive forward, trying to get Spurs into the opposing half, but obviously in the end there was no real support for him, because whenever Spurs did go forward, it was like they were chasing a lost cause. There was no one going forward except for probably Kane, Son, and probably Lucas Moura, you could say. And yeah, just a really, really poor and just lax performance from Spurs. Too conservative, and yeah, overall I think there's no complaints as to why they lost this game, because I think that City were by far the better team, dominated the games in terms of chances created, and dominated the game in terms of possession. And yeah, Aymeric Laporte getting the winning goal as well, a really, really good header. I think Spurs will be really disappointed, especially especially with the fact that Hugo Lloris, as I forgot to mention, he kept Spurs in the game for so long. I mean, some of the saves he made, he kept them in it for nearly the whole 90 minutes until Spurs did eventually, concede. Really poor marking in the back. I think it was Eric Dyer that let Laporte go through, which doesn't surprise me because Eric Dyer doesn't really have two brain cells to hold together as a defender. But yeah, by Merrick Laporte, a really good header from him, a good ball into the box from De Bruyne, and yeah, no complaints as I keep saying for City. I think they definitely deserve the win. And yeah, 1-0 City overall. They do claim the Carabao Cup, a really good performance from them. The treble is still on, of course the quadruple isn't on because of my club Chelsea and Thomas Tuchel spoiling their party in terms of the potential quadruple, but nevertheless, I think they'll take the treble. I think they'll pretty much take this and the Premier League, let alone the Champions League, which they're still in as well, and have a really good chance of winning in my opinion. But nevertheless, a really good win for City, and yeah, I'd say their fans are really happy and really proud, especially with the fact that some of them actually got to go to this game as well and actually witness, the celebrations in person, which obviously is really good from a football fan's perspective. But yeah, overall, in summary, I think City absolutely dominated the game, as I said, played some very good football. I think Spurs the complete opposite. I thought they were absolutely embarrassing for most of the game and definitely disappointed their fans in my personal opinion anyway. Spurs fans, if you disagree with me, leave it in the comment section below, and City fans as well, leave it in the comment section below your opinions on this match. But nevertheless, that's where we're going to end this video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like. It helps me out more than you guys can imagine leaving a like on this video, and also if you could subscribe to the channel as well, because we are closing in now. We're so close to 1.6k subscribers on this channel. If we were to hit that as soon as we possibly can, that would be massively appreciated by myself. And yes, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks very much for watching. Manchester City, as I keep saying, claim their 4th in a row in the Carabao Cup, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching and see ya.